I grew up in Greenfield here and went to GCC. I studied, graphic design and photography. So I got my associates in graphic design, and I transferred all my credits from GCC to the Art Institute of Boston, and I moved to Boston in 2000. And I've been living in Boston ever since. Studied photography at the Art Institute, and in the Art Institute you also do a bunch of other different things, and there's prerequisites that are required. So I ended up taking a lot of different courses other than photography, even though that was my main focus. And I still love photography, but it just doesn't, you can't express in photography sometimes all the ideas that are in your head, So that's what led me away from like traditional straight photography to do more sort of collage, assemblage, and ways to convey, what I'm feeling. I thought it was fitting. Organized chaos is what I came up with. I originally was going to use like the Man of War, I guess like name, but it's not about that really. It's more about the assembling of the pieces and the chaos that is kind of what goes through my head when I'm like assembling them. The show in general is about, we live in this society, got a lot of strange things happening in it, and a lot of like unnecessary wars for what reason? Just to be the best, to own the most land or whatever. So it's kind of just it's a commentary on that a little bit, and also just the innocence of playing with like war toys as a kid, and like how like the dichotomy of like how that's kind of weird, and it's almost pushed on kids, but they also innocently, like without realizing and knowing like what they're playing with exactly, but it's because it's a toy, but it represents something, and a lot of it is kids don't understand what that toy represents, but as an adult you know exactly what it means. So it's like push and pull of that sort of thing. It's just a part of society, that is maybe not the prettiest side of society, but like if you assemble it properly or in a certain way, can have an aesthetic beauty, but it doesn't. The piece doesn't have to say, war is awful, but I mean, we know it is. It's just, that's kind of like, war is bad. We know this as humans, and why does it happen? I don't know. Think about it, like, well, I don't, it doesn't mean that, it's something that, is easily changed, but thinking about it can lead to, things like, I don't know about like suppression, but like just having knowledge and being aware of it is in itself, I think an empowering thing. I don't get tons of feedback from the shows in Boston. I'm hoping to get more feedback at this show. But it's also the work means more to me than the stuff that I've hung before. I feel like there's more intent in the pieces than my previous stuff, which is they're photographs mainly in those other shows, and I didn't start to do like collage and assemblage till 5 years ago maybe. And so it's just a direction that I enjoy more, and I feel like there's more to talk about in it, so I'm hoping for more feedback by doing this. I think everyone that knows me will be like, oh, of course you did this.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, there's not too many people that know me that wouldn't expect this, I don't think. I mean, they might be shocked a little bit at the fact that I actually did it, I guess, but not at the content or what I used to make it. I hope people come in. I hope people see it, and I hope people, see it and are excited about it, find some joy in it. It's not about the death that it sort of seems like it might represent. It's more about the playfulness that you can, I think, take away from it. Oh, I think it's great. I'm hoping that some friends come out and support my opening night on July 28th, and it's a cool roundabout, to come back to where I grew up and let the town know, what I've been doing for 23 years.